What if a centuries-old relic holds secrets that science still can't explain? The Shroud of Turin is an unsolved mystery, surrounded by misunderstanding and misinformation. Could an ancient cloth really encode three-dimensional information? 40 years ago, scientists discovered that the shroud has three-dimensional information encoded in its image. And it's a photographic negative, a mind-blowing revelation. A 5-day scientific study led to a groundbreaking conclusion. In 1978, the Shroud of Turin research project examined the shroud for 125 hours. Their conclusion? The shroud wasn't created by an artist. The image's superficiality, only visible at the atomic level, is similar to a radiation burn. Additionally, UV light revealed details unseen by the naked eye, further debunking the possibility of it being painted. The image on the shroud displays anatomical correctness and realistic abrasions. Researchers found bloodstains composed of hemoglobin and serum albumin, indicating real human blood. These stains perfectly align with the wounds described in the Gospel, such as those from scourging and crucifixion. Such precise medical details would have been impossible for an artist to replicate in the Middle Ages. The cloth itself dates back to the 1st century, with its weave and stitch, along with the flax used, showing it was grown just a stone's throw from Jerusalem. The man depicted on the shroud has a hairstyle typical of a Nazarene Jewish man, and computer models indicate he was predominantly Semitic. Most of the pollen and dirt found on the cloth are from Israel, but pollen from around the world indicates the shroud has traveled extensively, suggesting it has been around far longer than the medieval date initially given. There are mentions of a sweat image and depictions on coins from the 1st millennium, supporting its existence since at least that time. We can better prove what the shroud isn't, rather than what it is. No artist would create a negative three-dimensional image with such detail. There's no blood under the image, ruling out the use of pigments. The 1981 STURP report stated, "There are no chemical or physical methods known which can account for the totality of the image." In the early 1980s, scientists announced that the shroud wasn't made by an artist, suggesting a possible connection to Jesus Christ. However, the 1988 carbon dating dated the shroud to the Middle Ages. This quelled enthusiasm, but recent findings have invalidated these results. Contamination and repairs on the sample area skewed the results. Recent studies using different methods have dated the shroud back to the 1st century, aligning with the time of Jesus. Interestingly, the blood patterns match the Gospel accounts, sprinkled on Friday, and the image formed on Sunday morning, possibly by an intense burst of light energy from a resurrection. In reality, this ancient relic should have consensus as the burial cloth of Jesus, but that would be controversial. So, you'll have to make up your own mind. One thing is certain, the shroud is an out-of-place artifact that continues to baffle experts. What do you think? Comment below and follow for more intriguing mysteries.